Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. While we've been on kit bottle bags and stuff, I wanted to touch on this. They call it the Essential Kit Bag. I haven't had it that long, but I wanted to kind of talk about it just because one of the things that kept me from immediately purchasing it was size. I could read the dimensions and stuff, but I wasn't sure if it was going to be big enough to do what I wanted it to do, or hold what I wanted it to, and I was pleasantly surprised. So I'm going to give you guys just some measurements of it and show you the ins and outs, and you guys can decide from there. It's Helikon Tex. It's made in Poland. This is from their Bushcraft line. We'll move this around so we can see a little different here. It's pretty good size. It's bigger than what I thought it was going to be. It's got their classic pals and molly on the back, and I had cut them off because I've been playing with this thing recently, but it's made so you can put it on another pack, and it had straps that were attached here that could go all the way down and then lock underneath it with the webbing. They folded over on itself and sew a little tab on it, so once it's in there it can't pull out. There's like a little lip on it, but I cut those off because I don't ever plan on putting it on a backpack. And I added some shot cord just to hold a coat or a long sleeve shirt, whatever. And I put another one because it had some webbing here. I put another one right there so I could put something on the top of it if that's what I want it to do. It has a pass-through pocket, so you could put a tomahawk or a hatchet or an axe, whatever you want it to. It's just a little, it's set up small for, I think, to put a big, like a boy's axe or something in, but it would definitely carry one. I'm going to put my saw in it and a more carving knife, and that's basically going to have my tools covered. So this outside pocket, like I said, it's good size. I can fit my hand in it, and this opens to allow it to pass all the way through. It's got a little D-ring here on the top. You could secure some goodies to it with an S-beaner or something like that if you wanted to. It has two side pockets, and I've modified my zippers on both of them. I like having a little more zipper and some high vis. And then inside it's got the dummy loops and a small mesh pocket on top of just the normal pocket there. It's the same on both sides. This is the same over here. Same deal. And inside it has a mesh pocket here in the top. It has I'll take this stuff out and we'll set this back up. So poncho tarp and a small Nalgene with a nesting cup. That's all I'm going to keep in this. In the pouch itself, it has a little pocket here in the back, and the webbing pocket up here, as well as it's got a cinch cord in it to cinch the top down if that's what you're into. It also has a little pocket here that I actually didn't see until just now. This is a pocket here on the front, and it's got two pieces of nylon webbing there inside of it. I like that. That's actually where I'm going to put this guide in. I didn't realize that was in there. Sweet. That's where that dude's going to live. And this kit that I'm building is just a just a small kind of go out and carry some stuff with me and goof around a little bit. Just the basics. But this thing will hold, so we're talking about the pouch itself. It will hold an entire titanium canteen mess kit. So the canteen, both cups fit in here. You have some space. And I'll put the lid down in this back part when I had it in there, but it was more than I needed. So I went with the small glow-in-the-dark Nalgene with a 280 milliliter cup that nests on it and a poncho tarp. And that just gave me more room in the top for stuff, so I can put the whole poncho tarp down in it and the nesting cup, and I still have space around them. If I wanted to put some stuff in there, I could put the saw or my carving knife in there, or some tent stakes. Like, there's a lot of room in there still left on top of these other little pockets. Like I said, I didn't realize that was there until I just noticed it. It makes me happy. That's a good spot for that. I can put my other carver right beside it and be good to go on small hand tools like that. But it's your classic Cordura. I've had lots of good luck with the Helikon Tex. They call it their Bushcraft line. I have some EDC stuff of theirs too that I've had good luck with, but the first haversack I ever bought was their Bushcraft satchel, and I used it for a couple years, and then I started carrying it as my EDC bag to work, and that thing is almost still in perfect condition. I messed up and dropped a knife blade that I was making that I didn't think was that sharp down in the front pocket on it, and at some point in me picking it up and it kind of folding and unfolding, it poked a hole in the side. But that was, not its fault. If I wouldn't have done that, the thing would be absolutely perfect. But it's a wonderful haversack. And I carry another one of their admin pouches that is my cell phone stuff, my chargers, my charger cables, my portable charger, my headphones, stuff like that for my cell phone. It lives in my backpack too. I've had really good luck with it. But I haven't had anything just break on any of those. The buckles are they're all this plastic, and they've held up very well. That's what the shoulder strap is on that Bushcraft satchel, and I carried it every day for 4 or 5 years and never had the first problem out of it. So this does have a shoulder strap, and it's connected with 2 of the buckles, and this is so it hangs off the back. Not so much the sides. This would be flat against the body or flat against the front of your body if this is around your neck. It carries well from what little bit that I've walked around with it to see how it goes. I put it over one arm and my neck and kind of wear it on my side like maybe a lady would a purse, or people wearing purses. Y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I'm saying. But anyway, Helikon Tex Essentials kit bag. And I'm going to finish building this thing out and just make a little day trip play bag. And I'll share once I get everything completed. And I'll give some more intel or final discussions on this. I'll say final discussions, final thoughts after I've carried this thing for a while. I try not to do any of my bag mileage discussion stuff until I've used it for a year. So any of my backpacks and things like that from the first video that comes out describing them, I won't say this is the facts until I've put some time in, like most of my other stuff anyway. You can't really, you can give opinion on things, but until you have some cold hard facts, there's not really any use in reviewing something. Oh, Butch, don't be bad. But size-wise, before we go, got my tape measure right here, so we'll measure some stuff. I'm going to use a bottle of water as a damn, what you call it, to scale. We'll use it. We're looking at overall height is approximately 9 inches tall. So from the bottom to the top, with it closed, is 9 inches. Width, we'll just go from outside to outside with nothing in the pouches. It's going to be about 7¼ inches across the bottom. Thick from front to back, again, with it's got stuff in it, but it's by no means stuffed. I'm gonna say it's about 4¼ inches laid on its back, flat. The zipper pouch. So if you stick something into that pouch, the depth of the pouch is approximately 6½ inches by, we'll just say 4½ inches. Again, it's held by Velcro, so it is a pass-through pocket that you can put things in. The Powell's webbing molly on the back is approximately 4 by 4½ inches. Inside, so if you're going to stick something down in here, we'll use just a bottle of water as an example. A bottle of water will let it close naturally. It is big enough to close without having to cinch the top down. Again, these things are like, if you put your titanium cook set in there, you're going to, I mean, it's almost perfectly made for that specific task. The opening in this is going to be approximately 5 by 3. So that's the dimensions of this pocket to get down in there. It's going to be about 5 inches wide and 3 inches front to back. By, if you stick something down in it, 7 inches is going to be flush with this upper lip. So it's going to be about 7 inches deep, like that. You may have to go back and play the video several times to figure out exactly the dimensions that I'm talking about. But again, there's a water bottle for scale. And this is the Bushcraft line Essentials kit. Essentials kit bag is the proper way to put it. I think it's like $45. I bought it a few months ago, so I can't remember exactly how much it was. It's under $50 though. It'd be worth it for a bag that'll last you for a long, long time. Again, I haven't put a lot of time in it, but I just wanted to say, here's the nitty-gritty on how big this thing is. So if you're wondering if stuff will fit, a bunch of stuff will fit in there, no doubt. But anyway, thanks for your support, y'all. I appreciate it. You can check out other adventures on my Instagram at BushcraftKelso, gizmos and gadgets at bushcraftkelso.com. Christmas is coming. Better get y'all's wives some stuff and your kids and enjoy yourself. I'll holler at y'all later. Thanks again.